All right, so good evening, everybody. This is Disgruntled Veteran coming back to you with game three of the James DV tournament game. So I've posted the first two and happy to bring you the third. So, surprise, surprise, I'm sure everybody's seen it. If you keep up with Challenge, I ended up losing this game. And so I'm posting the video. So, just put content out there that people enjoy. Um, This one was a hard one to swallow. I looked at it one time. This was 3 or 4 days ago. I looked at it briefly once, and at first I was pretty, you know how it is when you take a hard beat. Um, I didn't really have much chance to win this one. This was one of the straight up throws where the Java gods just kind of shot you down. In return, I did see one move I could have made that I think would have prolonged the game at the expense of movement resources. But let's take a look, see what you think about it. So James bid, he started first and he bid 2 tokens to play Shadow. I did not want to do free this turn, but at the same time, it's hard to give an experienced player 2 tokens and a Dwarven Ring because that can mean so many things. But he told me he was willing to bid 3 tokens back at me to stay with Shadow, but I wasn't going to push him that hard. There it is in the text. He was talking about it. So, anyways, let's see. James, we have not rolled yet. He has Morgul Wound. King is revealed against Faramir's Rangers and Mithril Coat. Obviously, I don't want to see Mithril's Coat right now. Rangers, cool card. That's a toss up between whether you play it to cycle early or do you keep it for Shield Wall for an early battle. Um, I don't think you can go wrong initially in turn one playing it either way, either keeping it or playing it. But so James does Zero Eyes, gets a perfect roll for Zero Eyes. There is nothing, even if I roll 4 movement, which I did roll. There you go. I rolled 3 movement and a Palantir. Um, so I'm going to burn through turn one. I don't. I don't like using a ring. I will use a ring on Zero Eyes if I can get to 3 moves. I'm not going to use a ring to do 4 moves because I'm going to be through Moria the next time I move. If you could burn one to get through Moria without being revealed, I think it's worth it, but it is not. So we're going to cycle through. Ultimately, I have that plant here, and I end up using Faramir's Rangers. I'm hoping to draw into something better, and that's an early muster card for Gondor. I think it's great. I get my 2 moves. He puts Saruman in play, starts moving armies out, gets a great head start. Automatically at turn one, I'm behind the count. Now, it doesn't mean I can't win from here by no means. I could easily come back and get tons of movement. But he's rolling at 8 dice, armies deployed. He's in good standing. So I move. He draws Horde from the east. And I redrew into Tom Bombadil. Okay, Horn of Gondor through day to night. Of course, I like Horn of Gondor, but I'm not going to play it on 4 dice because why would I? And he draws Warm with Storm and Toil and New Power is Rising. I'm getting outgunned very early. I didn't know that at the time, of course. So he rolls one, allocates one, rolls 0 more. Another fantastic roll against what would be the ideal roll here. Honestly, I'd rather have the same roll as last time: 2 movement, a Palantir, and a Will of the West. The Palantir to cycle up. Honestly, I don't even think I'd cycle. I would move twice, and if I still didn't get hit, I'd use a ring to move again. And if I didn't get hit, then I'd use the Will of the West and be at 8 moves. Then that, or 7 moves, that'd be worth it. But that is not what happens. So James is going to start moving, put Sauron to war. I move, I'm safe. Okay, so right here, I do have a little bit of flexibility, not much. I think it's a given to Old Forest Road and, excuse me, probably Iron Hills because James could attempt to Old Forest Road, Dale, and then Erebor. It's not a popular move, but he could do it, get the Witch King, and put Erebor under siege while it's weak. So I am going to tuck in Erebor nice and neat. He takes Old Forest Road. He's going to play Relentless Assault. I don't think he kills anything. I get a hit back. That was cool. Was not lucky enough to get scouts, so he puts Lorien under siege. Go ahead and prevent Power Too Great. What does he do? So I go ahead and move twice. I'm trying to get Gandalf killed, so I get my fifth move, a hit. That's great. Draw 0 reveal. Earlier, I joked that James was not going to be gentlemanly enough to return the favor. When he was free player, I was kindly hit him with a 2 for his first tile. He returns the favor by giving me a 0R. So there's that trash. And he doubles down on his insolence by giving me an I on the flip side. So no Gandalf. I didn't have a Will of the West anyway, but of course I'm joking. I mean, I like James. He's a great opponent to play against. I'm being a little silly, but so Woodland Realm goes down and under, and here's my decision. What could I do with this? Mustering the elves is pointless. I could muster Gondor. Not really useful. Maybe. There's Westernet. I could go ahead and do my Rohan move, put North Downs somewhere. I don't know. I don't have much. I am going to... Here's the thing. My strategy here is to push the North down to war. What I'm trying to do is to... He can't get the Witch King anyways. So what I'm thinking is get the North to war and force him to use the ring that I gave him on that muster to go ahead and attack Dale. I guess, I don't know, kind of get him to burn that ring. Or if he doesn't, maybe he just doesn't do it. Either way, if I can get an elite and Dale, that's great. I'd love it. So that's ultimately what I end up doing. And what does he do? He does not do it. He musters up Orthanc. So, okay, kind of dangerous territory. So that means next turn, Helm's Deep is kind of vulnerable. But I go ahead and put the North to war, and I think I can make enough distraction up there with my dice to thwart it. So there's a little bit of strategic variance there. I had some effect on the game. I could have done Edoras to Westernet with that last die and maybe put the elite and the leader from Osgiliath to Minas Tirith or North Downs somewhere or something. I don't know. No great moves. So I draw Elven Robe and Thranduil's Archers. So can you see the predicament here? I've got Dale at war. Did I just waste a token and a muster die to put them at war so that I won't use a muster? I have to use a muster to get Dale. I don't have to, but it seems likely that I would muster up Dale right away. But I've also drawn Thranduil's Archers, so it's going to depend. I've only got 4 dice. Shadow rolls into Ring is Mine, Day Without Dawn. Not bad. I swap Aragorn to the lead because, I want to get the Fellowship moving. If I don't get Gandalf dead, there's only one eye. I may only get one move. So if I roll 2 character dice, I want to be able to move twice or come up with some solution. Let's just see what happens. So he rolls 2 eyes, 2 attacks, possibly 3, and 2 musters. So Witch King is definitely going to be here. I need to get Gandalf dead. So here I accidentally rolled one of his dice. It was a muster die, and we had to go back and review. There we go. So that normally a great roll. I'm at 5 moves, 2 eyes. This is tough. What would you do here? So I've got Thranduil's Archers, and I want to muster Dale. I want to do both. Which one is more valuable? Do you make Woodland Realm stronger, or do you just conclude that you wasted a token and a muster die to get the North to war? Oh, man, these things. I mean, with 1 die, I don't know if there is a right or wrong decision. Ultimately, I decide to muster Dale. So he brings Witch King in. What do? I flip. My business is pretty straightforward. I don't have that many options right now. If I don't move the Fellowship and I do something else, I'm falling further behind. And right now, the only trump card I see for winning is moving, getting Gandalf dead, and moving. I can't kill Gandalf right away. So my strategy is to move, hopefully get hit. If I can get hit the first time with a non-reveal, that'd be beautiful. I'll take a random. Hopefully not Strider, but if it isn't Strider, even if it isn't Gandalf, I'm going to put Gandalf in the... then I'll use it to switch, and then I'll move again and hopefully get hit again and kill Gandalf. That's what I want to do. So he attacks Dale. He's safe, but he has to attack Dale eventually. So he plays Morgul Wound. I play Confusion. I get 0. He gets 2 plus a leader. And he's going to press. I'll at least get a regular into Erebor, but otherwise, that was not a good return on my investment. So I move. Safe. New power is rising. And I'm seeing it. I'm pretty freaking vulnerable right now. I think, what's he going to do here? Maybe I should have saved this movement until last. That's probably something. What's cool is when you review games, you can see some things. I think I should have waited till last, because even if he puts Helm's Deep under siege, if Gandalf doesn't die this turn, he has nothing to worry about next turn, at least not right away. So I move, I get hit twice, a 1 reveal. I go ahead and draw a random, because right now corruption is not the concern. It is moving, getting Gandalf dead, and now that Gimli, I took a random hoping to get him. Honestly, it really didn't make sense. I should have just eaten the 1. Yeah, should have just eaten the 1 on that. Maybe, because if I don't, if I put Gandalf in charge now, not only is he not dead, I have to spend a character die to hide next turn, so probably not worth it. Here I am talking smack to James. I'm like, at least it's a reveal. So if you look, I've been hit, well, twice, but it's been all reveal tiles. So, yeah, James is trying to make me feel better. He's doing phenomenal so far, and he's trying to make me feel it's not that bad. You're only losing by a huge margin. At least it's not like a massive margin. But no, it's not over yet. But you can be the judge. So he attacks Ford's, and I know I'm screwed. He's got Ford's Eisen under control. I do get 2 hits. Jumping back, I still haven't drawn the scouts. And so I am positive Helm's Deep's going to go under siege. And that's it. I'm screwed, because there's not much I could do about it next turn anyways. But here, I'll give James credit. I think he did do a brilliant move here. He knows Woodland Realm is there, and he knows Thranduil's Archers is out there. I am solely looking at Helm's Deep, but he knows that the start of next turn, yeah, I can move to Westernet. But all he has to do is attack on his first move, and Helm's Deep's good. He is going to go ahead and use his ring and wrap up Woodland Realm. And this was so aggravating for me, because I thought, okay, cool, next round I can play Thranduil's Archers, 5 points against 8. I have a good chance of holding out there. A little bit of luck, maybe a character separation card if I was going to do that, get him in there or something, I don't know. But no, he uses his ring to attack. He plays something, they are terrible against advantageous, and he gets a 6. I get 1 back. He pushes down and plays Palantir, and I'm just hoping I can survive 2 hits, but it ain't going to happen. So he gets 2 on the roll, I get 0 back. That was pretty crushing. I think that was another just nail in the coffin. Had that held and I could have played Thranduil's Archers, I would have had a chance on buying more time, but not to happen. 4 eyes, good and bad. Depends what I get, but I draw that. So no Mirror of Galadriel. This just sucks. I mean, let's face it. This sucks so bad to be 9 dice against 4. No Gandalf. You're down 3 points. Lorien's likely to fall. Helm's Deep is gonna fall for sure, especially now with no threat of Gandalf. So that's 3. There's a chance Lorien could hold, but it's not favored. 5, 6, 7, and 8. The only good option I have right now is to sprint and hope I don't get revealed. So what do? I go ahead and hide. I don't see any advantage in waiting. James knows that Helm's Deep is not going to get reinforced. The only thing I could do is draw Éomer, but he sees what's coming up. I have 3 potential moves. He's going to try to maximize his benefit and make sure he hits me. I move. He gets 2 6s. And, okay, I draw 3. I'm gonna risk a random. I'm surely not eating it, so I eat Legolas. Good, cool. Small bit of luck. James plays Grand. Is probably gonna open up with, I don't know. Words of Power, just a cycle. He's probably hunting Cruel Weather. Gets a hit. I roll 2 back. That's good. If I could only keep hitting like this, but it's not going to happen. He draws into Delivery of Orthanc, or Devilry of Orthanc. I always mix that up. Sudden Strike. I roll nothing, and he rolls 4 sixes. As you do, because you're James, and you're in the top 10, and that's what happens. So I roll nothing back, like a good lower tier opponent. Nothing back. Let's see, 2 more points. So I predict a turn 5 military victory. I totally see it coming. There's nothing I can do. I don't have anything to fight back. Oh, I move again. He hits me again for 2 sixes. Draws another 3. Okay, so the slightest bit of luck right there. I know for a fact I'm into Mordor. He has no character dice or Palantir dice. So hope lives. It's a vain hope. I'm going to have to give him a ring, but I've got I don't have to worry about him having Cruel Weather. I can play my token, the main advantage of it, and let's see what happens. So he put some deep under siege. And what's going to go? Yeah, James says, don't worry, I don't have it. That was kind of him. So very kind. James is so nice. He starts off rolling weak. I get 1 hit back. That's cool. He lets me know that hope will not arrive because he rolls 3 sixes right there to finish me off. So I roll 2 hits back. A little bit of loser's spite, but he still has a strong army, stronger than anything I can do. I don't have the dice to fight him. And I go ahead and move. I take the risk. I don't even care. At this point, I realize if he has Cruel Weather, screw it. This game's probably shot anyway. Hits me 3 more times. So small bits of luck. He did roll heavy in sixes, and a lot of these were in combat, like Helm's Deep and Lorien. But in fairness, he probably, I think I've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixes right now that were wasted on hunts that there were no eyes. So yes, on comment, he's +9, but 5 of those are really wasted sixes. He gets a 2 reveal. At this point, I know I can't risk Aragorn. I've randomed twice, and I don't think they're going to be, the dice are going to be kind, or the draws are going to be kind to me. So I go ahead and eat the 2, and again, I can't risk Aragorn or Strider right now, so I go ahead and eat another 2, and I have to. I've got to be pretty brazen with corruption management, and just throw caution to the wind and just sprint and know that every movement I have is going to count. I can't afford to lose Strider. If I lose him, it's 100% game over, no chance. All right, turn 5. What do I draw into? Spirit of Mordor, Challenge of the King. I'm sure I will burn Horn of Gondor. And he draws into Cruel Weather and Many Kings. Okay. Allocates 1 eye and there's 1 more. I get... To be fair, there is no... I mean, that's actually as good a roll as I can hope to get with 4 dice. So James gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks with a ring, 6 attacks, and if he has a attack die, which he does not here, I don't know that, but I see he has 6 attacks, so I'm looking. He needs 3 points. Where can he get them? Helm's Deep, 1, 2. He could consolidate that into one of those movements, make it 3. And the cities, if he has Rage of the Dunlendings, 4, 5, 6. So, what do you do? No matter what, I have to move at least once. I don't necessarily have to get Gandalf with my Will of the West. In fact, there's a huge argument that says that would be bad, right? Because I need every move I can. This is a sprint right now. There is no Gandalf. I'm just got to charge and hope that next turn I roll tons of movement. My plan is to, ideally, would be to hide, move, pray that I don't get revealed, and then move again with the ring. And then use 1 muster die. That's like such bare resources, but something. And I will give credit where credit due. This game has pretty much dumped on me. I don't. This was not a fair game. This is one of those you just have to swallow hard and take. It sucks. It's the tournament, but I will admit I could have played this round better. I think I was frustrated by just everything that had happened, how quickly everything fell. A couple moves. Had I played it right, James could not have won this round. Even if he rolled all sixes, I could have postponed it. Maybe just hid, but it would have left me severely outgunned for next round with still 4 or maybe even 5 moves to make. So I take the risk. I'm trying to keep the flexibility of the Will of the West, and I use a hybrid to hide. You can tell me what you think you would have done this turn, but I probably should have used the character die to hide. I don't know why I didn't. Well, because I wasn't sure if I was going to move again. I had no idea what to expect. So James takes a good 5 minutes. This is what I should have done. And he comes back. He musters the Southrons down. And in hindsight, the ideal move for me was to, being that he only has 1 character dice, would have been to separate this force in half and or muster. I could have mustered in Westernet and in the Shire, sure. I ended up moving Osgiliath to Pelargir. For some reason, my head in this game, I was fixed on Dalam Roth. I don't know why. I was either that or Minas Tirith. And so I figured if I moved to Pelargir, I would have the flexibility. I finally drew his scouts. He could attack. I would just risk it with 6s. He would attack again, either which one, and then I'd scouts. And then I would just hope that it fared away. I didn't see the 3 cities until too late. I saw 5 attacks, and I didn't think he had enough. So you'll see what happens. So I go ahead and move. I look out with a 1. Cool. I just eat it. And I figure, okay, I've got 2 dice. Let's see what happens. James has Day Without Dawn, but to his credit, he saw the moves and he realized, oh, I've got it now. Had I just moved to Westernet, I could have blocked it. Instead, he gets Shadow is Moving, takes it, consolidates Northumberland, and what else does he do? Oh, he reinforces West Gondor. Another option I'm keeping open in the back of my mind is this is what I want to do. And I was hoping James didn't see it, and I got sidetracked. So I will admit my share of this loss on this part of it. But Dale is still open, and I've got a regular from the north. So I can play... I thought I had advantageous position. I don't. Okay. I guess I'm just going to attack. I was going to use my character draw card to get the last turn and then attack Dale and just hope for 1-on-1, get that city back, and hold out. But as soon as he played it, you can see in my comments, I was like, damn. He jumped a move on me. He got that 1 extra move ahead that made my calculation wrong. So James did a great job on this game. I definitely got crapped on with the luck, but he didn't make any mistakes, so that's part of it. I moved North Downs to Breland. So this move, okay, a Hail Mary, you could roll heads 50 times in a row, maybe. This move is pointless. Nothing I can do. He attacks Pelargir. I come out swinging with Valor. He gets 1 hit. I roll back 3. It's a great exchange. If I could keep it up, I'll win the battle, but I know I can't. He pushes, and I retreat to Lemidon. It doesn't really matter what I do here. So you can already see it. He's going to... There he goes. He reinforces Dale while moving to Cardalon. Let's see. He's going to... We're a little chatting a little bit. This is kind of like, I don't know, pillow talk for the departed. I'm getting broken up with right now. I'm just conversing with James because I know the game's over. I'm just out. There's nothing I can do to stop it. And he's talking. I go ahead and muster an elite in the Shire. That's my Hail Mary pass. Maybe 3 points can defeat 5, but it's not going to happen. He quickly wipes out Edoras. It's 2/6s. I'm out. Let's see. Moves up, and then he attacks the Shire. There is my advantageous position. So I go ahead and play it first. He plays Great Hosts. All I got to do is get, 2 hits and him miss, but not going to happen. He rolls a 6. I get 0 back. And I'm done. So I show him my hands that I had a great sprinting hand had I had the sprinting dice, but wasn't going to happen. So turn 5, military victory. So in hindsight, could I have done turn 5 differently? Sure. I think I got caught up, a little bit of stress, whatnot. Had I moved to here, I don't know if it's going to screw the game up. I'll try. Let's backtrack. Let's jump back to where he still had the Palantir and I had, boom, there it is. Let's just, if I play it out, let's see if I do this and move here. So that is, he has 1 character die. He can use let's figure it out here. He can use an army to go here. He can use I don't think he's got it. Let's just say an army to attack Pelargir. And what can he do? No. So I would have bought myself another turn. That's 3, 4 attacks to get to Edoras, and then he would have been 1 die short. He could have changed the order, whatever. Say an army die there, and then a ring. Not even a ring, just do Shadow is moving to go ahead and reinforce Dale, bring them over. Okay, fair enough. At that point, I could have either brought in Gandalf or moved again. Probably would have moved again and just hoped for the best. So I did make a mistake. I don't think, even had I done that, that would have bought me 1 turn. I mean, would it have mattered? Probably not. Because let's look at the hunt pool. I have 3 non-reveals. So if I move again, and let's say I got lucky and draw the 3, I'd have to random. Let's just say it wouldn't even matter if it was Strider or not. Next turn, it would matter, but I would have to get a minimum of 2 movement and not get revealed on the next 2 moves. There would have been a chance, so I'll end it with that. I did misplay that last turn, but pretty tough beat for the game. But anyways, I was congratulated James. He is an outstanding player. Hope to play him again. But so ends my tournament ambitions for 2023. And hey, thanks for watching. And any comments are appreciated. And y'all have a good night. Thanks. Bye.